Do you sometimes struggle to express your emotions in English? When most of us start learning a language, we learn the basic words to express how we feel: sad, mad, glad. But as life goes on, we realize that there are so many emotions that just can't quite be expressed with these basic words or phrases. That's why in today's lesson, I'll teach you expressions related to emotions as well as opposite expressions that you can use in common situations. But before we get started, how would you feel about joining our community of over 370,000 learners? If that sounds good to you, then why not hit that subscribe button and bell down below so you never miss out on any of our new lessons. Oh. To be cheesed off. If you're cheesed off, you're feeling annoyed, fed up, or angry. For example, you look cheesed off. Did something happen at work today? You're really cheesing me off right now. If said with the right tone, this expression will clearly let the other person know that you're not happy with what they're doing. This is a phrasal verb that can be separated. So you can say, he cheesed her off, or she's cheesed off with him. We often use cheesed off with. Other synonyms to express this emotion are angry, annoyed, or irritated. The opposite of this emotion could be to delight in something. If you delight in something, you get a lot of joy or pleasure from it. For example, she really delights in her new job, or he really delights in playing video games. We can separate this phrasal verb. For example, we can say, he delights himself in playing rugby, or he's delighted in playing rugby. Synonyms for this emotion include happy, delighted, or joyful. Now let's imagine you have an exam tomorrow and you suddenly realize that you studied the wrong chapters. You made a mistake and you're running out of time. How would you express your emotions in this situation? Oh, what am I gonna do? Freak out. This expression is a bit informal, but if someone freaks out or if something freaks them out, they suddenly feel surprised, confused, upset, or angry. For example, I'm freaking out because I'm running out of time to fix the problem. You can also use this to mean very excited or emotional, or to make someone else feel that way. For example, here in South Africa, people sometimes freak out when it starts snowing. He freaked me out when he told me a scary story. We can separate this phrasal verb, so we can say, meeting his parents freaked out Sarah. Meeting his parents freaked Sarah out. We often use freak out with on. For example, she freaked out on him. Some common synonyms for this emotion would be anger, worry, or excite. Here, an opposite emotion would be to chill out. This phrasal verb means to relax without worrying or feeling anxious. For example, instead of working, she's chilling out and watching TV. Stop stressing, let's just chill out and do what we need to do. We don't generally separate this phrasal verb. Synonyms for this phrasal verb include relax, unwind, and rest. If you want to chill out while practicing your English, why not do so using our Real Life English app? This is the only place where anywhere, anytime, at the press of a button, you can connect with other English learners from around the world. You can have fascinating conversations about your life, your hobbies, your passions, absolutely anything. This will take you from feeling like a lost and insecure English learner to being a confident and natural English speaker. So download it now for free by clicking up here or down in the description below, or simply search for Real Life English in your favorite app store. So now you just completed a group work task and your classmate or co-worker who didn't help you at all is trying to take all of the credit again. How would you express this emotion? I can't believe that she's telling everyone that she helped me when she didn't. Unbelievable. fed up. When you feel fed up, you've just had enough. You feel annoyed or disgusted by something that you have experienced for too long. For example, I'm just fed up with his excuses for not getting his work done. People are fed up with all of these traffic jams. We often use fed up with. For example, she's fed up with him. Some common synonyms for this emotion would be disgusted, sick of, or tired of. Here, an opposite emotion would be to content yourself with something. This means to be satisfied with something, often something that is disappointing in some way. In other words, you're not quite happy with the situation, but you accept it, and it's okay. For example, I wanted to take 2 weeks vacation from work, but I had to content myself with 1 week because the office is quite busy at this time of the year. The rainy weather spoiled our plans for going to the beach, so we had to content ourselves with a relaxing day at home. This phrase usually follows the pattern, someone contents themselves with something. You could include other details in the sentence, but the structure would remain quite similar. For example, he tried very hard to content himself with the fact that he would never see her again. Synonyms for this phrase include accept, tolerate, and satisfied. So now you're at home with your family and your parents tell you that they want to make an important announcement. You start to feel really emotional. In this situation, you might say that you're feeling choked up. When someone becomes choked up, they become unable to speak and almost begin to cry because of strong emotion. This could be positive or negative emotion, so they could be feeling sad or very happy. For example, he started to feel choked up when he spoke about the last Christmas he spent with his mother. We generally do not separate this phrasal verb. Other synonyms for this emotion include feeling emotional, feeling overwhelmed, or feeling tearful. An opposite expression for this could be to crack up. If you crack up, or if something or someone cracks you up, you laugh suddenly and a lot. She cracked up when I told her what happened. It cracks me up when people do silly faces. We can separate this phrasal verb. Her joke cracked up the class, or her joke cracked the class up. As this phrasal verb means to laugh or cause someone to laugh, there is no other synonym that quite matches it. Now let's imagine you cooked a lovely meal for your friends who you invited over for lunch. Suddenly, one of your friends makes a joke about your home and the taste of your food. How dare they? Tell off. To tell someone off means to speak angrily because they have done or said something wrong. For example, I told him off for being rude in front of our guests. Their teacher told them off for chatting in the lesson. We can separate this phrasal verb. I told them off for lying to me. They got told off for lying. Synonyms for this include scold or reprimand. The opposite reaction in this situation might be to lighten up. This means to take things less seriously and see the humor in the situation. For example, oh, lighten up, I was only joking. Why don't you just relax and enjoy yourself? Lighten up. We cannot separate this phrasal verb. Synonyms include relax or let it go. So today we learned 10 phrases you can use to express your emotions in different situations. To help you continue your learning, we've put together a free downloadable PDF that you can access by clicking on the link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this lesson as much as I did teaching it, and most importantly, I hope you learned something that you didn't know before. Make sure you like this video and share it with a friend who is also learning English. To keep learning with us, why not check out this lesson next? Well, fluency refers to how well you can communicate your thoughts and ideas, as opposed to how many mistakes you make in grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. This means being able to speak at normal speed, similar to how you would in your native language, with few pauses and without struggling to come up with new words or phrases. It's important to understand that a person who is fluent may not always be 100% accurate, but they will still be generally understood.